Hey, welcome. And we've got Chalet in the house. All righty. Good morning to you. And glad to see you here. As you might have noticed by the thumbnail, I did not have a chance to look up some new travel photos. So I thought, well, let's just continue from last night with our Gen X memes. We'll go into part 2 of them. And so I'm not a fan of like when I'm watching on replay, the people like dragging things on for 10, 15, 20 minutes before they get into what they're supposed to be doing. So even though Mumsy hasn't joined yet, Andy hasn't joined yet, I'm sure they'll be here soon. But yeah, let's get started. Let me share my screen here. There we go. How's it look? Yeah, all right. I'll put it in theater mode. There we go. How's that? You shared it out. Oh, cool, Chalet. So maybe we'll get a few new people. That'd be awesome. So this is where we left off last night. So let me just hit
the Pioneer system at one point. Yeah, if you ever need to write a note to someone or a letter to somebody, and you don't want.
Can we read this? Arrange. So notable, no, not notably. The fake movie people. I don't know. But oh wait. Let me turn on the live just a second. I am fixing in YouTube Studio the live chat replay. Okay, yeah, it's actually on. Okay, excellent. All right, so that's good to go. So what do you say? Oh, Mumsy in the house! Mumsy in the house! Woo! Yeah, we never know when you share it out. Somebody new might come in. All right, yeah. Writing notes.
Want the younger kids being able to read it? All you got to do is write it in cursive, because apparently the younger generations not only can't write in cursive, but they can't even read cursive. I will admit, with this example here, the first part of it looks like this person was about 3/4 of the way to becoming a doctor. Getting the Atari 2600 was one of the best days of your life.
Yeah, for sure. Atari system was awesome. You had a notepad right on the table. Yeah, I made a notepad. Mumsy, you still have it, right? In wood shop, in junior high, I had wood shop, and I made this little note so you could put a roll of paper and pull it down and then tear it off. And we had that on the wall next to the phone so that you could write notes and then tear it off. Gone swimming, gone here, gone there. Born, my fingers are bad today. Oh, that doesn't sound good. And oh, by the way, Mumsy, I just wanted to show you this. I got a box today from Mumsy, but I didn't do an unboxing video for her because I figure she likes to keep things private. And it is it's like, yeah, it's the cookies. It's like animal cracker cookies, only instead of the animal shapes, it's mythical creatures. You still have it and you still use it. Excellent. It has become a family heirloom. I still have the toolbox that I made. It's here. It's downstairs. All right. What do we got next?
My neighbors were throwing this out yesterday on their curb. They were throwing this out. I'm sure they could have put it on eBay and at least got a few bucks out of it. Gen X pro tip.
I know this.
If you see this on the ground during your Hawaiian vacation,
do not make a necklace out of it. So, do you remember what TV show this was from? I know. What was this from? What TV show was this from? Oh, you never watched Alf? Yeah, I wasn't big on Alf either. You know, and when Alf was on, let's be honest, it was back in the day when you couldn't record things and watch them later or anything. You had to choose between ABC, NBC, CBS. And so if you watched Happy Days, then you couldn't watch something else. And if you watched Alf, you couldn't watch something else. The Brady Bunch. Yes, Chalet. You know it. We all remember this one. The Hawaii Vacation and the Ghost Town were two great. It was, I want to say episodes, but they actually had like part 1, part 2 episodes. So
do not make a necklace out of it. The moment that my childhood was ruined.
Oh, yeah. So the Dukes of Hazzard, we all loved watching this in the theme show. Every show had something with the car was known as the General, and there would be like jumps and things like this. But look, oh no, it wasn't real. It was a model.
For as many of the 69 Dodge Chargers that they destroyed during the filming of the Dukes of Hazzard, I wouldn't have thought that they actually done any of the stunts this way. We're this old. How many people can tell me what this is?
Is this like a TV remote? And what channel you want it to be on? I don't actually recognize this. Mumsy, you might need to help us. I'm thinking it's an early television remote, and these are the channels, and you had to like use this to go from between the 2 to 13 line, the 14 to 25 line, the 26 to 37 line. Doesn't look familiar. Yeah, Mumsy, have you ever seen this? I wonder, yeah, radio or TV. Could be a radio thing. Gerolo. Let me look up. It is an old TV remote control. Oh, it was part of cable television. In Wikipedia, I know you guys don't see this, but Gerald Electronics was an American provider of cable television equipment, including subscriber converter boxes and blah, 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 including this kind of remote. That's why there's 37 channels. Ah. Yeah, I had never seen it, though. Okay, let's move on.
The most reliable truck ever built.
Tonka truck. Definitely. I bought my son when he was little. I bought him one of these. Because, yeah, they're like indestructible, really. Tonka, yes. And they're made out of real metal. That's why it ends up getting rusty, but it still keeps going.
That's true. Those things would last forever. This is probably a recent photo taken of one from the 80s. When you went to a music store in the 80s and had to wait for them to take this thing off of your cassette.
Yep, for sure. They started putting these plastic things on so that you couldn't shoplift the cassettes. I remember these. Tonka Tough. Yeah, Tonka Tough. Definitely remember buying cassettes and at the record shop. They were still called record shops. And
Yep. Here's a friendly PSA. Friends don't tell friends that 1980 was 44.
What? Oh my gosh. Yeah, it's weird when you can start having memories in decades, you know, for sure. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. 40 years ago. And when was this though? Okay, yeah, it's 44 years ago now. All righty.
4 years ago. At some point in your childhood, you and your friends went outside to play together for the last time, and nobody knew it.
Think about this quote a lot. So this is from the movie Sandlot, I think. And I wonder if this is a movie quote from Sandlot where they actually said that. That's interesting. When was the last time you played with your friends outside? That's like, yeah, you can't remember a moment like that. At least I can't. Yeah. All right.
When you think about it,
Give us
this is
funny
true.
stuff.
And the worst part is, I can't remember when the last time was.
Oh.
Who's old enough to remember when these came wrapped in tin foil?
Yes, I remember ding dongs wrapped in tin foil. How come we weren't worried about ants? You know, because we ate them fast enough. I mean, remember when the box cakes mixed? They came in wax paper that was just folded over. It wasn't sealed. It was wax paper folded over, and you just had to unfold it from inside the box. I remember that too. Yum. Yeah. Too long ago, especially for Mumsy.
Yeah, they did. And there was a lot of other stuff that was wrapped in a similar tinfoil type package too. And it tasted a lot better than all this stuff today that's just wrapped in this cheap plastic. This was YouTube in the 90s. That is.
Oh my gosh. That is so true. So true. I mean, yeah, every week I would watch America's Funniest Home Videos. And of course, these were things that people caught on camcorders because you didn't have phones, so you'd have a camcorder and you'd catch something and send it in, and we had lots of fun watching stupid things, Oh my gosh. Yeah, we loved it.
Is a 100% true and accurate description of what America's Home Funniest Videos was back in the day. And that's what made it so popular, too. It's February 1976, and this weirdo who looks like he has jaundice just came on TV in the middle of cartoons and told me to fill our ice trays with orange juice.
You guys remember doing this? I totally remember doing it. You get the toothpicks, and you put whatever juice you want in the ice cube tray. Put the and then like what it doesn't show here is you had to put the cling wrap over the top so that when you put the toothpick in, it would stay straight because you were poking it through the cling wrap. And then you stick it in the freezer, and then you had popsicles. And if you didn't use juice, you could use Kool-Aid. Totally did it. Yeah, you made those things. Oh, you still watch America's Funniest Videos. Oh, that's cool. I didn't know it was still on, or maybe they have replays. You remember going up the stairs and asking Mom if she had orange juice? Oh, goodness.
I remember doing that when I was a kid. And we also used Kool-Aid and other things to make different flavors.
Yep.
This is what real high-fidelity sound looks like.
Yeah, we talked yesterday.
80s toys. Nothing will ever compare.
All right. There's the Stretch Armstrong, Ninja Turtles, Glowworm. That was cute. I think I got one of those for my kids when they were babies, and they're like in the crib or whatever. And it becomes a nightlight that it's like a security blanket and a nightlight mixed up together. The Pound Puppies. this was kind of like a squeezy baseball thing, right? Transformers, Cabbage Patch Dolls, which was, I think, the first time people were fighting in a store to get something. Like now, Black Friday, after Thanksgiving, people are fighting over whatever, but nobody used to fight in the stores, until the Cabbage Patch Dolls. That was the first time. My Little Pony. Oh, and the Teddy Rumskin or something. And this one, I got this one too for my kids. It would mumble back at you if it's the same one. They had a teddy bear that every time it was voice activated, but it wouldn't say real words back. It would just mumble, so that the baby who's blah 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 mama dada, they're not really talking yet, and then it would be like talking back in baby language, right? Mumbling. And I got my kids one of those. What are you guys saying? Teddy cost $70. Ruckspin. Teddy Ruckspin. There you go. Your TV was in the basement. Yeah. So a lot of people, especially in the Midwest, if you have a basement, then yeah, the den was in the basement. I think that 70s show was kind of like that, wasn't it? $70, and that was a lot of money back then. That was like almost a week's pay. Yeah. I think my ex-husband was making $300 a week on his salary, $350. When he got a raise up to $350 a week, and that was just standard middle class blue collar wages. Midwest, it's in the basement. Yeah. Yeah, that was a lot of money. What else we got?
And these days, we wish we would have left some of the toys in their original packaging and put them in a box and saved them all the way until now. But some of them were some pretty good money. It's time to break out the snow socks. Unfortunately, this is true. They're giving snow, ice, and winds here in the next week or so. And for some of you in different parts of the country, you've already had a lot of snow, rain, and other weather. And then
so Wonder Bread, of course, I loved Wonder Bread. Peanut butter and jelly sandwiches, bologna sandwiches. I mean, it was the sandwich bread to have Wonder Bread. But this is funny. I mean, I didn't really live in it. I grew up in the San Francisco Bay Area, so we didn't really have snow. So I didn't put these on as snow socks. But what about you, Chalet? Yep. Okay. Oh, and He-Man. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, that was I didn't call out He-Man. You're right. Yeah. So you used them as snow socks.
And today we had a tornado in January down in Florida. I pray everyone's okay down there.
Get your domain today at GoDaddy. Ready to take your idea online. Your domain.
If you know who he is, you're old.
Didn't this have to do with a McDonald's promotion? Kind of like a Mac the Knife thing, but about McDonald's. I mean, yeah, it was the bread of the day for sure. Mumsy always bought Wonder Bread. It looks familiar, but you don't know who. Yeah. Moonlighting. Yeah. No. It was a commercial. Okay, let's play it, see if he says.
I really hope. Try.
Okay, here. McDonald's Moon Guy. Yeah, see, it was McDonald's. Mac Tonight is the fictional character. Yeah, the character used the song Mac the Knife. Boom. Yes. And here he is with McDonald's. All right. Let's see what you guys are saying. Oh yeah. Yeah. Okay, share this tag. Back to here. I really hope drive-in theaters make a comeback. Yeah, I don't think they will. unfortunately, but how wonderful was it growing up? And then like anytime you weren't going to the drive-in, but you were driving past the drive-in, you're always watching to catch little glimpses of the movie. I love watching movies at the drive-in. It was such a great experience. I don't see any comments yet.
Drive-in theaters make a comeback. That'd be really cool if they did. It's kind of sad to see another little piece of history just kind of faded away. Unless you were there in 1982, you can't even imagine how baller this setup was.
Yeah, definitely. We had a stand like this for our TV set. I mean, once you move from the console, right? Because we talked last night about the consoles. Then you had this TV stand, and yeah, you put your game set up down here on the bottom to play Pong or whatever, Frogger. The drive-in was okay. Yeah, I loved the drive-ins.
Fisher Price Family Farm.
Totally loved it.
Who remembers what was so special about the barn doors?
Oh, when you opened them up, didn't they go moo, moo? Did they have a moo sound when you opened the barn doors? But I love playing with these. Oh my gosh. And the thing is now the kids are playing on, they might play some kind of, I mean, if I was Fisher Price, I'd be having apps to like play all these things as iPad stuff or tablet stuff if they want to stay relevant, but to actually hold things and move them around, to have that tactile experience and to use your imagination, made us who we are. You had the house one. You love the little people. Yeah, me too. Yeah, other friends had the barn one. I had the barn one. I definitely had the barn one.
Gen X saying, "Okay, boomer," since the 1980s.
Yeah, I mean, we didn't use the term boomer, right? But definitely the attitude, having the okay boomer attitude. Yeah, we definitely had it since the 80s. Oh, goodness. Mumsy, what would I say to you if I wanted to say, instead of saying, okay, boomer, like, duh, or, obviously eye rolls, but, yeah, we definitely had the attitude, even if we didn't call them fun haters. You fun hater. Spoiling our fun. Was it Killjoy? We used Killjoy. Oh, you're a Killjoy.
You can find this and other designs in the Acorn Stash store. Link in the description. All of this would have cost $153.02 in 1983.
Huh. All these Star Wars figures, G.I. Joe. $3.70 for each figure, $34.88 for like a big box stuff. Look at that, 22, 15, 14 for toys. Yeah.
Yeah, but if you adjusted for inflation, today that'd probably be over $1,000. In my opinion, this was one of the best 80s movie series ever made.
Okay, we all know this is Back to the Future. Hater, not Knight. Fun hater. Your high school principal was a fun hater. I don't think I ever used that term, fun hater, but yeah, cool. Think that's awesome. Yeah, Back to the Future. So, and this was the third and last one. That was the Western one. They actually filmed this one near Modesto. And they built the set, but there was like a train. It was one of the places that had like an old train that was used for, for rides. And And so later when I took the kids up to the Ponderosa, not Lake Tahoe is where there's a whole Ponderosa thing, but they were filming a new Ponderosa like made for TV movie that was like all the kids. So you had Michael Landon Jr. playing Michael Landon's part. So it was like like Star Trek: The Next Generation. It was like Ponderosa: The Next Generation, or Bonanza: The Next Generation. And so they were filming it at the same place this was filmed. And that's when I took the kids up there and we got all the signatures on that Ponderosa map. Let's see what you guys are saying. Back to the Future. Yeah. Okay.
Hey, welcome to your 40s. Current Londoner is 78 years old now.
Oh my gosh.
Have a nice day. Jenny was at Walmart. This sci-fi comedy warmed our hearts.
Okay, wait.
Today, that probably. Have a nice day. Jenny
was at Walmart. Oh, I get it. 8675309. Got it. Okay. Took me a second, but I got it. If you know that that's the phone number in the song, you are a Gen Xer.
was at Walmart. This sci-fi comedy warmed our hearts when we saw it as kids.
Now it seems like no one has ever heard of it. I don't remember this one. I don't remember this one. Do you know it? Jenny, who can I turn to? Yeah, but I'm not going to keep singing. And if I wasn't reading the numbers, I wouldn't have remembered the numbers, but I know the tune. 8675309. Oh, this was Batteries Not Included. Got it. Yeah, you know what? I'm not sure I saw it. I mean, I know of it. It's a Steven Spielberg movie, but maybe I didn't actually see it. Or if I did see it, it wasn't very memorable.
Now it seems like no one has ever heard of it. And that is true for some reason. If you know the title, you know what to do. We didn't know how good we had it.
So let's see. We had our boombox, our cassettes, our Nintendo, Doritos, Sunkist soda, Kit Kats. Yeah, this looks like a nice. No more after school. The after school specials. So, man, lived for those. Loved the after school specials. And but yeah, once this became after school, once this came out, once you had Nintendo, yeah, you wanted to play Nintendo with your friends, have Doritos. Oh, your kids watched it a lot, so that's refreshed in your memory. Okay.
No, we didn't know. It was a far better time back then. It's always easy looking back, though.
Look, oh, did you see the VHS?
No, how good.
I don't think it's a game. That's got to be a VHS tape of Adventures in Babysitting. That was a fun movie. I enjoyed that movie. I've watched it a few times. That's a classic. That's a classic Gen X movie. Right up there with Ferris Bueller's Day Off and all that. It was like the same time. Yeah.
But we had it. No, we didn't know. It was a far better time back then. It's always easy looking back, though.
I don't remember this movie when it came out, but certainly in the last couple of years, a lot of people reference it as like a predictive programming and kind of sharing the truth of maybe what is real, that there's people from other dimensions or something walking among us, but we don't have these glasses, so we don't realize it. And definitely like all the marketing and stuff, I should watch this movie. I don't think I've ever seen this movie, although I know of it.
I'm glad I grew up in the 80s and 90s. I did so much stupid, and there's no record of it anywhere.
Now, I grew up in the 70s and 80s rather than the 80s and 90s, but the sentiment is the same. You know, on one hand, you kind of think, oh man, wouldn't it have been cool if we would have captured that moment? Right. But on the other hand, it's like this. It's like there's some stuff. I mean, there's a couple of times, like with my ex-husband when I was married, I was a total Karen. Yeah, I can remember 3 times in particular. One was at a department store. One time was at the auto dealership, and one time was in a fast food place. And I had this trigger. If anybody said, ma'am, it's okay. If I heard it's okay, the next words out of my mouth were like screaming, no, it's not okay. Like screaming. And then I was like in a fit. And like all these stupid Karen stuff that you see, I had some moments like that, and I'm not proud of them, and I'm admitting them because I'm just admitting my humanity, you know, and that for whatever reason and I'm so glad that there's no record of it anywhere other than me telling you. There's nobody had cell phones to take, because I would have been viral in any one of those 3 situations. I would have been a viral Karen, and I'm so glad I wasn't. There's no age that couldn't say that. Well, the kids today can't say that because everything they do is captured. PMS, maybe.
Yeah, these days, you literally can't do anything without there being a record of it somewhere. But most often, it's people putting it on their own social media pages.
That's true.
How many of you know what this was for?
I know.
And what channel did you have to turn?
Ooh, what channel did you have to put it on? I don't know. Let me check. Dogs are barking a lot. It's probably the Airbnb guest coming back because he'd been out. But anyway, yeah, like when you had your Nintendo set or whatever, then, you know, that's why it says TV and game, you know, because you'd have to switch between it. Right? Oh, you guys remember it's channel 3. I don't remember that. Cool. Good job, because I don't remember that.
Turn your TV to in order to use it. Drop it down in the comments. They were preparing us for self-checkout the whole time. What do you guys think of self-checkouts?
That's funny. That's funny. These were so fun, you know, because they were different sizes, like the plastic coins. And so, you know, you had to put the right one in the right spot and ring up, you know. Yeah, this was, and then your change would come out the side here, you know, or whatever. Yeah, these were fun.
I mean, if you got a couple items and there's long lines, yeah, okay. But I think you should get a discount. Worse yet, how many of you guys been to Aldi self-checkouts? I hate those things because every 3 seconds it's telling you to scan your next item or pay. I'm like, would you just give me a second? Let me put my groceries in a bag first. So annoying. Even if you didn't have this on your coffee table, you knew someone who did.
Oh yeah, totally. Having coasters like this. Absolutely, 100%. Cute toy. Oh, the cash register. Yeah. Totally coasters.
Yes, I did. And they were kind of cool too.
Assalamu alaikum. My name is Mansour Shuman, and together with your support, we can ensure that.
This is how you shared music you recorded from the radio in the 80s.
Remember the tube sock? We called them tube socks. I love this. Okay, yeah. There's the boombox of sharing music, blah blah blah. But what strikes me about this picture even more is the tube socks with 3 colors on it. You know, green and yellow, red and blue. That and there wasn't a brand. You know, there wasn't a brand with it. They were just tube socks. That's what you wore. You know, yeah, the tube socks. You still have a few of those coasters. Cool.
I had a whole case of mixtapes that I made, and I actually labeled each one by volume number and wrote what songs was on them. Remember when Pizza Hut pan pizzas were basically a culinary delicacy? They bring them out in real skillets that was piping hot at 700 degrees Fahrenheit, right as your third song kicked in on the jukebox after you played a game of Gallica. We were royalty.
Yeah, Pizza Hut. Now they've opened a Pizza Hut in Cambodia. And okay, normally like a personal pan pizza cut in 4 slices like this would be about $5, $4.99, $5.99. Theirs is like $7.99. Okay, so their prices for all their pizzas are more than the other pizzas here, but the flavor is so perfect. You know, Round Table was excellent pizza. Shakey's was excellent pizza. But, you know, being here in Cambodia, the closest thing to like having a perfect pizza, as long as you're not talking like an Italian restaurant making an Italian style pizza. We're not talking about that kind of thing. We're talking about pizza. And bite into one of those and the flavor just hits you. I mean, like the sauce, the cheese, the pepperoni, everything. I mean, it's just perfect. But I can sometimes we have delivery apps. We have a few, and this is on one of the delivery apps. And if they run a special, then I'll order it. You know, I'll order myself one. But otherwise, I can't afford $7.99 for 4 slices. That's $2 a slice. That's ridiculous. Yeah, back when Pizza Hut was good. True. And I mean, yeah, getting that classic double pepperoni pizza, something your taste buds remember. Exactly. I mean, you bite into it and you're just there, you know. Yeah. 4 tiny slices for this, you know, $7.99 is just way too much. But, you know, as a treat once in a while, yeah, buddy.
They were the best pizzas, especially when you got a free personal pan from the Bucket Club. When you visit a museum and you see the computer you used in grade school on display.
Oh, that's funny. Yeah, remember floppy disks? There's the floppy disks. And this is like all one unit, you know, there's no mouse. And it all would have been just green and CPROM stuff. You know, there was no Windows. Now we Windows has just revolutionized computers, and to have the graphics that we have today, you know, didn't exist back then. You basically used a computer for computing. You know, you could use it as a word processor, you know, and type things and make like Word documents and do like spreadsheets with numbers, you know, and stuff, and do calculations. But there were no graphics on these computers.
That's kind of sad, actually. They were basically a typewriter with a TV screen. Look, Goonies, we made it back to the 80s.
Whoa.
If you
Whoa.
Bucket Club.
Wait.
When you visit a museum and you see the computer you used in grade school on display.
Not the Goonies.
That's kind of sad, actually. They were basically a typewriter with a TV screen. Look, Goonies, we made it back to the 80s.
Boom. Okay. Every town had one. The Wonder Bread and Hostess Bakery Outlet. Yeah, buddy. Mumsy, doesn't that even look like the one that like we would go to, or did they just all look the same? Um, oh my goodness. And I remember when they came out with the chocodiles, and the chocodiles were there. And of course, then you had the chocolate cake donuts, the ding dongs, the ho hos, the snowballs. Mumsy loved the snowballs, right? Didn't you, Mumsy? Didn't you get the snowballs? You didn't have one because you had a factory. Oh my goodness. It was so special in Santa Clara. Okay. And you went there on a field trip. You went to the factory on a field trip in school and got a fresh loaf of bread. Wow, that is so cool, Chalet. But oh my goodness, yeah. When my mom pulled up in the I don't know where we're going. I just get in the car and she drives. Right, we pull up in the parking lot. Oh, I knew I was going to have a good day. Tom and Jerry,
If you know, you know.
of course. Oh my gosh, does anyone not know what this is? It's a film canister. After 9/11, I was there too. I was in New York 2 weeks after, and I went, I walked down by Ground Zero, and there was still dust and ash. And there were like these big potted plants on the sidewalk, and they were still, there was like inches of the dust. I took a film canister and I scooped up some of the dust. You just mentioned the snowball last night, Mumsy. Okay. There was dust 2 years later. Yeah.
If you recognize this scene, then that means you've seen one of the funniest films that was ever.
So this is the Jamaican bobsled team. I know that. I cannot remember the name of the movie, but I know it's the Jamaican bobsled team, and that's John Candy, and that's why it's funny that they wanted to be in the Olympics, but they're from Jamaica where there's no snow and blah blah blah. Does anybody remember? Does anybody remember the name of the movie? It's a Jamaican bobsled team. That's all I can remember. All right, let's keep going.
Made.
Okay, I see what they're doing with these cartoon things now. They're showing how, like, this is what we grew up with, 2D. And this is, so they've actually recreated, I guess, the same, they've taken, you already own the copyright, right? So why not get a second round of money from it? So they've made the 3D animation with the same scenes. And so they're showing us the comparison every now and then. They pop one of these in.
What is this device?
It's a pager. It's a pager. I'm like looking at it, and I'm like, I wish there was a different angle. I think it's a pager. If it's not a pager and it's something else, please tell me. I can't remember the name of the movie. That's all right. Does anybody else recognize what this is? Because it does look like there's a bit of a screen here. There's 3 holes here, which I think was for the sound. And then there's some kind of like maybe on and off switch here. I mean, it's not a box of Tic Tacs. I mean, it could be something else. But it looks, I mean, like a mini spy recorder. There's a switch here. A game. I don't know. The closest thing I can think of is that this is a pager. And like on the other side would be the clip that you would clip it on.
When will schools start teaching about the great scientific minds of the 1980s?
Okay, so who we got? We got Steve Martin with the brain. We've got Bill Murray in the Ghostbusters. I don't remember his real name, but Back to the Future. Honey, I Shrunk the Kids. Something about a werewolf. I don't know. And Weird Science. I was like, that's not Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventures. That's Weird Science. I don't remember this one. Weird Science, Ghostbusters. Yeah. Yeah, we remember these. Yeah, great scientific minds of the 1980s.
That's a good question. They were certainly a whole lot smarter than today's so-called scientists. Take me back to the 80s.
One of the ghosts from Pac-Man.
Two truths about the 80s.
Oh, that's interesting. Because you've got Madonna, and doesn't she look like she's kind of following the Madonna fashion? But I noticed that they've got they've got some albums, but then they've got either cassettes that are in those like plastic things, or could there actually be like CDs? You know, but yeah, a typical. I mean, you had a store, a physical store, just to go buy music. They didn't sell anything else. They sold music. You know, unless you've got some hole in the wall, unique throwback guy, you know, the weird guy of town, that are usually very cool. I don't say that in a bad way. They're the coolest that have like kept them open. You know, it's not, there's no chains, nothing, just a guy sharing the music collection. And I think there's a lot more trading going on too, rather than like new purchases. Oh, who we have? We have Slinky. Want to say hello, Slinky? Come here. Say hello, Slinky. Slinky, dinky, binky, winky. There's Slinky. Let me see what you guys are saying. A music store. Looks like her legs. It probably is. Oh, Little Shop of Horrors. Oh, really? Is that the one I missed? Okay. So let's see. There's going to be something right here come out. Two truths about the 80s.
Malls were awesome.
Malls were awesome.
And the record store was their heartbeat.
Record store was their heartbeat. There you go.
Back in the day, you wouldn't hardly see one vacant store location in the whole mall.
That's true.
These days, for what few malls is even left, half the whole place is empty. Hi, welcome to Chuck E. Cheese. Everything is visibly dirty, and our mascot is a rat. Eat some pizza near a seizing child. Come on down for some rat pizza at our child casino.
Oh my gosh, that's so funny. But back in the day, I mean, Chuck E. Cheese was the bomb. You know, we loved Chuck E. Cheese, and all the carnival games that were there. You know, yeah, we didn't really care that it was a rat. Nobody had second thoughts about it. Hey, Slinky, you better not be going potty. No potty. Okay.
You know, when you think about it, that's actually exactly what it was. A casino for children, and it was legal. Kids today will never know what up, up, down, down, left, right, BA, select, and start means. If you know what it is, drop it in the comments.
I had to do it, all those commands. Okay.
Dear kids,
Oh,
her name was...
What did we miss?
If you know what it is, drop it in the comments.
Oh, missed it. Okay, wait. I got to slow this down. Playback speed 25. That's the slowest it can be.
Drop it in the comments.
Drop it in the comments. Boom. Slip and slide. Why did they do that so quick? We love slip and slide. The most fun you'll ever have getting hurt. Look at the dogs are excited too. He must have run from all the way back here by the gate and run to do his slip and slide. Mr. Rogers. People still go there for birthday parties. Yeah, it was the best for birthday parties because you just pay here's $20 or $30 or $50, and everything's taken care of. You don't have to buy party favors. You don't have to buy food. You don't have to set up games. It's all done. You just go pay the money. It's all done. Hilarious and true. Yes. The puppet from Mr. Rogers is coming up. Okay. Let me put it back on regular time. We don't normal. Okay.
Dear kids.
Yeah. You know what? I was thinking this was Punch and Judy, which is like before my time. But yeah, Lady Elaine Fairchild. And she was terrifying. I wasn't scared of her. But yeah, you know what? I would have totally missed that it was Mr. Rogers. Yeah. Thank you for remembering.
Her name was Lady Elaine Fairchild, and she was terrifying. What great PBS show did she come from? Shout out to the adult on the porch who watched this entire scene unfold and just sat there.
Yep. So we got the kids laying here on the ground that he's going to jump over, and then these kids watching. They can't wait for it to be their turn to lay down, Oh, yeah. But definitely we did stuff like this.
Yeah, that was just part of the 80s. I love the fact of the reactions on the girls' faces. The first one looks like she's getting ready to give the Pledge of Allegiance. The second one don't really have any reaction. The third one is praying. The fourth one is just shocked. And the fifth one is crying. Cures for every sickness I had as a kid. Yeah.
I went and I actually found a little thing of Vicks Vapor Rub here in Cambodia. I don't know what I paid for it. Because I could feel it in my chest, and it's like we have Tiger Balm out here. Everybody uses Tiger. It's kind of the same thing. It's probably even better. I don't know, but I just wanted Vapor Rub, which I don't know if this is a Mandela effect or not, but I always thought it was Vapor Rub, not Vapo Rub, but maybe it was not just any chicken noodle soup, Campbell's chicken noodle soup. And if you were lucky, you got the chicken and stars. That was a big deal. But the Campbell's chicken noodle soup, bar none. Now they're using ginger ale and saltines. My mom gave me 7-Up and saltines. I never grew up with ginger ale. However, knowing what I know now about, holistic medicine and stuff, ginger is actually good for digestion and anything like with your stomach. So it would make sense that ginger ale would be used to settle your stomach because it has ginger. But my mom gave me 7-Up and saltine crackers, and then watching The Price is Right. That's just. Well, you know why that's there. I know why it's there. Because The Price is Right was a daytime show. So we were at school and our moms and grandmas and aunties would watch The Price is Right. But if we were sick and staying home from school, we were watching The Price is Right. Yeah, 7-Up, chicken and stars, chicken and rice. That was a good one too. What? Wait, the Vicks Vapor Rub on your gums? No. No, I would never have thought that. But definitely, yeah, sometimes I put it here. Okay, now if you've been blowing your nose a lot and you get raw under your nose, then the vapor rub would burn. But if you're not raw from blowing your nose and you just need to breathe it in, yeah, putting some on your upper lip, so that you're breathing it. And then my mom, kudos to her. We would do the thing where you boil a pot of water and then you put a towel over your head and breathe in the steam, which is an excellent thing. An excellent thing. Good job, Mom. Works for muscle aches. Yep. 7-Up all summer. You still watch The Price is Right. I hope you're good at it. Like you get the good prices. Your mom didn't use it, but your grandma used it to put it on our chest. Yeah, up here. Put it here. And with a white t-shirt for some reason. Maybe just because she didn't want to ruin anything else. And white t-shirts are easy to replace. You got it from Gurmy. Yeah, well, she was right. And Gurmy would also make us gargle with salt water. So, okay, what else we got?
Yep, pretty much. I mean, I'd cover just about anything. What movies come to mind when you see this man?
Groundhog Day. I want to say Mr. Bob. What about Bob? Well, Ghostbusters. So, Saturday Night Live, but that's not a movie. What else was it built? Scrooged. Lost in Translation. Anything else, you guys? Did I miss anything? I got What About Bob? Ghostbusters. Saturday Night Live. Scrooged, Groundhog Day, Lost in Translation. Stripes. Yep. All right. Excellent.
The first two that I think of is Ghostbusters and Groundhog's Day. When I was a kid, there were no phones or tablets. We read cereal boxes.
I was just talking with Tony about this. Tony, I don't know if you're okay. I'm gonna take a picture of this, send him a picture on Telegram. Because he was just talking about this. That there would be games or whatever. Yeah, we read this. Here's Captain Crunch is what he happens to be eating it. And we liked it. If you're not Gen X, you don't know that. That's from Life cereal with Mikey. And they got three brothers and they're trying, nobody wants to eat it. They give it to Mikey and he's eating it and he doesn't have a problem with it. He's the youngest. And the older two go, "Hey, Mikey, he likes it." TV commercial for Life cereal. Been looking for Life cereal. No, it doesn't. There's Life cinnamon, but there's not the normal Life. I want the normal Life. I have a craving for just the normal Life cereal. So send me a box. So let me see what you guys are saying. We still eat it. Yes.
This is at breakfast. Yeah, and did the little games and other things they had on there. Today, in 1987, your school served you this for lunch, and you were excited about it.
Absolutely. Now, I graduated in 1984, so I was out of school by 1987. But yes, pizza, like a square pizza like this. I loved cafeteria food. Everybody, complains about school cafeteria food. Man, from the time I was little, in fact, they did a brand new program when I was in elementary school where they started serving breakfast. So one day they might have pancakes, they might have eggs, but like powdered scrambled eggs for sure. But, it was a hot breakfast. And my mom, being a single mom, she signed up for the program and she would drop me off at school early and get to work on time. And I would get breakfast and then I would get my lunch. And you had those little cartons of milk. And you were so lucky if you got chocolate milk, because most of the time it was just regular milk. And we had sloppy joes, we had pizza, I loved school cafeteria food. My grandmother worked cafeteria food, like school cafeterias. And then she worked like at a senior citizen center where she was making, so the pizza was, nobody complained on pizza day, for sure. Yeah, we had some good lunches. What it is now, I don't know. I can't speak to now, but when I was growing up, they did a good job. They did a really good job.
Yep, absolutely. One of the best lunches we'd have that week.
I can't ever think of anybody complaining about school lunches and about how horrible they were. I really can't. Be honest, how many of you knew that the Smurfette was not actually a real Smurf? She was created by Gargamel in an attempt to find the Smurf's village. It was Papa Smurf who performed a spell on her, thus making her a real Smurf. She also originally had black hair. I did not. Oh, so this is the original one that Gargamel made with the black hair. And then Papa Smurf transformed her into a real Smurf with a better dress.
Be honest. How many of you knew that Smurfette was not actually a real Smurf?
I wasn't.
She was created by Gargamel in an attempt to find the Smurf's village.
You like the
It was
Hammett
Papa
too.
Smurf who performed the spell on her,
Hammett.
thus making her a real Smurf. She also originally...
What's Hammett? Hammett. Hammett. Oh, Hammett House Restaurant? Is that what you're talking about? Or did you actually have a food? You're probably talking about the Hammett House Restaurant, which was a buffet. Let me see what you're saying. Oh, no, there was a sandwich called the Hammett. Hammett. Hammer sandwich, ham sandwich. I'm spelling it wrong. Ham sandwich. Okay, let me try it. Let me try your spelling with one M and one T. Oh, there's a Hamlet sandwich. Here, I'll share the tab. Here we go. Did you mean Hamlet sandwich? Sliced ham, provolone, lettuce, tomato, special sauce on whole wheat. Well, that sounds good. Provolone cheese is rare here in Cambodia. And it's expensive when I see it. And one day I splurged. It was like $7 or $8 for like a deli pack of pastrami. It was nice pastrami, but it had kind of slices that were about that big, and it had like 5 or 6 slices. And it was like $8. And then there was also provolone that was also expensive. So I also splurged and got provolone so I could make pastrami and provolone sandwich. It's funny that things that become something that would be so normal in America becomes like a really special event to have when you're living in Cambodia. Let me see. No. Oh, it's not that. It's not the Hamlet sandwich. Oh, it's like Spam, but better. So it was it was probably deviled ham. Because this is like deviled ham. Am I still showing? Let me see what I'm showing you. Yeah, like this. Oops, wait. Deviled ham. It's just chopped ham. It's like making tuna fish or chicken salad, right? But with ham. So you just mince the ham. And kind of made, what is deviled ham made of? Ground ham with spicy seasoning. It was provided to the U.S. Army during the Civil War. given to settlers who needed long-lasting food products for their trip west in the 1800s. That's the official Underwood deviled ham cans. Is it good? Yeah, think tuna sandwich or egg salad sandwich, but made with ham. Interesting. What you guys saying? Yeah. You don't mind some Deviltown. Yeah. My mom, I remember my mom buying it sometimes, but I wasn't really a big fan of it. Tuna sandwich, yeah. Remember tuna sandwich? You got to put the potato chips. You got to open your bread and put potato chips inside your tuna sandwich to make it crunchy. Did you guys do that? I did that. I totally did that. They're good little finger sandwiches. Good in small doses. That's why the cans are so small. All right. What do we got next? Come on, come on. Yep. And then, Lemoyne always puts a pic, like a short video at the end of his videos of Cyndi Lauper saying that it's 10 p.m. Do you know where your children are? Yeah, we totally remember this. All right, next. It's Mama Kitty. It's Mama Kitty. Mama Kitty. Absolutely. That and a lemonade stand. Remember, did you guys do lemonade stands? Mowing lawns and lemonade stands. My grandmother, Gurmy, she would pay me a penny per dandelion, but I had to get the roots. So, she had a little thing. She had a tool that was like it's like a screwdriver, but it had like a little a fork, like in it. Like the claw of a hammer for pulling out a nail. It's kind of like that at the end of a long screwdriver type thing. And you had to put that in there and get in the root and pop up, and then you would pop up the dandelion. So I had to have either that, or you'd have to get your finger. Here's the ground. You kind of had to get your fingers kind of down in there and make sure you grab hold of that root and wiggle it and twist it and then pop it out, and she gave me a penny per dandelion. I remember that. Get rid of the. Oh. Thank you, Mumsy. There you go. Whatever was before this was boring. So yeah, this. I'm sorry, you guys didn't see what I was laughing at. This is what I was laughing at. Now it makes sense, right? So growing up in the 80s, this was our GoFundMe. Mowing lawns. So yes, you're welcome. Well, thank you, Mumsy, for saying something so that I saw it. Yeah. That's the danger of having more than one tab, is then you forget to switch back. All right, let's keep going.
Well, by this time of the year, we'd usually be shoveling snow. You can't hear a picture. Me.
Hello, my baby. Hello, my honey. Hello, my ragtime gal.
This exact cast.
What was that dinosaur? The Lost Land of the Lost or something? Okay. This exact casserole dish that was owned by it's Corningware. These little blue flowers are Corningware. You collected cans in Iowa. Well, that's a good one too. Yeah. You have loads of these. You can also find them at every garage sale.
Casserole dish that every 80s mom owned. My mom used to have one of these, except the flowers were different. Dennis from Jurassic Park was secretly cosplaying as characters from the Goonies. I wonder if this actually was intentional.
Oh, interesting. Was Steven Spielberg involved with Jurassic Park? Yes. The original 1993 Jurassic Park was directed by Steven Spielberg. So this is so here you have the tropical shirt, you have the gray jacket, you have a yellow jacket. I wonder if someone did that if the wardrobe person did that on purpose as like a little Easter egg kind of thing. Very, very, very possible. You still use your Corningware, but cool. Well, we're 20 minutes, so this video is 51 minutes long. Last night we did 10 minutes. Tonight we did another 10 minutes, and we've been here for an hour. So I think this is a good spot to wrap it up for tonight. It's been fun. It's been great. Sorry we didn't do travel vlog this week, but maybe next week. I have to dig up pictures and put them together for you and make a nice slideshow for you guys. But yeah. And I think the prayers like really helped yesterday. It was really good. Keep praying, everybody, for all our children and our families. And so, if you didn't know, love transcends time and space. So, wherever and whenever you are watching this, I love you. Prayers totally helped. You wanted to say that. Cool, me too. Definitely had some impact today, I think. So that was good. Yeah, hugs to everyone, Mumsy says. And I don't know if I get bored or something this weekend, then, I'll pop on. But otherwise, I will see you next Tuesday. Same bat time, same bat channel. And I look forward to that. You guys really, you make my week. I look forward to this a lot. And if I'm tired or something, when I jump on here with you guys, it brings me alive. So really appreciate our interactions together. Alrighty. Look at all those emojis from Chalet. Thank you so much. All right. So see you next time. Bye.